Hello and welcome to the final part of our amazing or classic data entry form development in MS Excel VBA. All the subscribers, we say thank you so much for subscribing and welcome back home. To our new subscribers, thank you so much for subscribing as well. You're all welcome. So in our previous lesson, we have already created the form and did a lot of stuff that is there to be done. And the form is actually up and running. We can store data inside the form. We can retrieve data. We can search, delete, update, do a lot of stuff, right? We can do all that inside the form without any problem. So let's try adding some data from here. Let's say John Clue, and then the gender is probably male, and then the date of birth is this, and then we generate ID for him, the registered number here, then the email address clue at 12 at gmail.com. Then the phone number, then we get that up and running. Then we add a photo from here, then we go for e-drive, and then we grab our photo from here. Training materials, go for database, and then passport images. Then we grab this one for him, and then boom, and we should save the data submitted successfully. And then we can just go ahead and search for data from here. We can just search for data from here and proceed to copy this, and then and come back and run our form from here, and Control V to paste, and then we search. Then we can update our data. Let's say we want to change this phone number to just this. Then we can then update this. So once we research for the same details, and then we have everything updated, we can close the form from here. Now everything is now up and running. Now and in this lesson, what we are going to do is to add a list box where we can keep track and see everything, and then to make everything look nice and easy to navigate through. So before we do that, let's come to our worksheet now and create a button here that we can use to trigger open our user form. So to do that, let's go to insert. Let's come to shapes. Let's grab this particular shape type here and draw it this way. Let's give it some effects. Okay, let's go to shape outline and choose no outline. Let's give it a color of white, and then shape outline, say no outline, then effect here, then we go for, and then let's give it this effect. The effect, okay, no, I don't like this effect, so let me select it again. This one is okay, perfect. Select this one, and then we grab this one. So now we can right click on it and go to add, edit text. Let's go to add, say add. So once we are done adding, select this and then let's give it a font of Times New Roman and bold it. So once we are done with that, we can add some nice icon here. So we just select this, or we just go to insert, and then we go for pictures. Just browse through my directories, icons, and then quickly grab some nice add button here. I'll share all these things for you to use, okay, so you don't worry. Then press and hold Control and select this one as well, and you can come here and group them at once. So once you are done grouping them, I think you can select this and then assign a macro. But to do that, let's go to Developer tab and go to Visual Basic here. Let's go to Insert and then insert a module. So let's name the module Form Show. Okay, Form Show. Perfect. That's the name of the module, so that we know that it's used to show form. So let's give it a sub procedure. So it's a sub show data entry form. Data entry form. So here, just one line of code. So it's a FRM data. That is the name of the form. Data entry. FRM data entry dot show. Okay, so with this, once we trigger that, it should show us the form. Okay, so let's click inside here and run this, so you can see that it shows the form. Now we're going to assign that to the button here. So we just right click on this button here, go to assign macro. You can see show data entry form. So you click on it and then you click on OK. So now you should click on this, then we can then access our form from here. See how easy that is? Perfect. So now let's proceed to the back end and then continue with the list box. So to get the list box, let's click inside here. Let's grab this one here and let's draw our list box like this. And this is okay. There we go. So now what is going to happen is that we are just going to be grabbing everything that we have here straight to the user form, okay, straight to the list box. So let's shift this one here aside. Now what is going to happen, we're going to create a named range, a dynamic name range from here. So how do we do that? It's very simple. Select this, go to formula, go to name ranges, click on new, then let's give it a name. Let's call it data, all capitals. So select what is here and let's type equal to, then type offset, meaning skip. Offset, skip the first row. So we want to offset the first row, and then once we are done with that, comma 1, comma 0, comma, then we would want to count everything in that particular column. Then count all, then you select the entire column. Now you close the parenthesis, then introduce comma. Now how many columns are you working with? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So here you just add 8 after the comma, then close parenthesis, then you click on OK. So once you do that, when you select inside, you see that the data is captured here. So whatever data you add is going to be captured inside of this data name range. So that is that. So what is going to happen is this. Let's quickly switch back to our list box here. So let's select the list box and define some properties here. So we have the column count. The number of columns we're talking about here is 8. And then column heads, yes, it's true. We have to show them. So we set it to true. And then the column width, we have the first column to be serial number. So the width should be at least 60 because it doesn't take anything much. Then the name, let's say 200, then comma. Gender, let's say 100, then comma. Date of birth, let's say 100, then comma. We also have the staff ID, let's give it also 100, then comma. The registered number, let's give it also 100. It depends on the size of that particular column that I used to define these things. It's not a specific number or a particular formula that has to be used. You look at the size of the data and then you give this column. So after that, and then you see that it is too small, you can still come back here and adjust the various column numbers, okay, the width. That is that. So registered number, I've just done that. Now email address, I would want to give it 120, comma, and then finally phone number 100 will not be bad. So let me confirm the number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So once I'm done, I'll just click on OK. So you can see that the width have just been specified here. So let me click inside here now, and then let's come back to the row source. Drag and come to the row source here. So the row source inside, they just type data, and then it will pick everything from the text box and then bring it here. So you can see it from the sheet. You can see everything is here. So select it and let's come back to the font group now. Font. So with the font, we come to align text. Let's put it to center so that we align within the center. Let's grab the font from here. We want to bold the font Times New Roman, and then the size should be 9. Then we click on OK. So perfect. So now if we should run the form, you see that everything looks like this. Okay, perfect. Now we would want to make our search very, very simple for us. That is, when you select any record from here, you should have the staff ID inside, and when you click on search, you should be able to return that data. So how do we do that? It's simple. Double click inside the list box 1. So you have list box 1. So we say what? Text box 9. The text box 9 is the search bar. The search bar for us. Text box 9 dot the text is equal to list box 1 dot column. Then the column is the 4th column. Let me show you why the column is 4th column. Let me start from here. Now, ideally, in program, when counting, we start with 0. So this first column here is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So the 4th column is the ID column. So we're using the ID, the staff ID column. So that is that. So now, if we should run the form now and select this, so you can see that here we have the staff ID. That is a line of code we just defined over there. So if I click on this and search, should be able to return the first person. Click on this and search second person. So you see how it makes it very, very easy in searching. So basically, that is that about that as well. So now the next thing we need to look at is how to hide and show our workbook. Ideally, some don't even want to see the worksheet whilst doing the data entry. You would want to have the form or just shown on the screen, and it looks amazing when working with something like that stuff. So now let's see how to fix that. So to do that, let's quickly close our user form here. Let's go back to the back end and then double click on this workbook. So what is going to happen is that whenever the workbook is launched, we don't want to show the worksheet, we want to show only the form. So let's do that from here. So double click on the worksheet, this workbook, and then come here and choose workbook. So whenever the workbook is open, we would want to do something. The first thing we want to do is that we say application. Application we are talking about here is the Excel application dot visible. If visibility, we want to set it to false, meaning we don't want to see the workbook. And then once the workbook is hidden, we want to show the form. So we say what? FRM data entry dot show. FRM data entry dot show. So with this, when we close this workbook and open it again, it will load and you see the splash screen. After the splash screen disappears, the form pops up, and then you wouldn't be able to see the form, the sheet again. You rather be seeing the form, and you can still do your data entries and everything without any problem. Let's add two buttons to our user form. That is the showing of the workbook and hiding of the workbook. So let's double click on this. Let's select this button, Control C, and then Control V to paste it. Then Control V to paste again. One should be here, another one should be here. So this one, let's name it show WB, meaning show workbook, and let's name it CMD show WB, CMD show WB, meaning show workbook. And then this one, let's name it hide WB. Perfect. And let's name it CMD hide WB. Perfect. So once we are done with that, let's start with the show. So double click it and come say application dot visible is equal to it should be, sorry, is it show? Yeah, it's show. It should be true. Perfect. And then let's come back here and hide. So we say application dot visible is equal to false. If you want to learn all about VBA program, we have the videos inside this channel. You can just check out, and then you learn more about programming, VBA programming. It's very fun. But this is just the beginning. If you want to learn how to build your own project, there is no doubt you need to learn how to create or develop different kind of user forms that can work with different scenarios. And that is exactly what I'm going to be showing you from now till. So just subscribe to the channel, press the bell icon to get notified anytime we upload tutorials. So now our two buttons are set and up and running. So let's run the form now. So here we can even just hide the workbook immediately. Let me close this one, and we can show it from here. We can hide it from here as well. So now let's show the workbook. Close this one. Let's save our work and close this one as well. So now let's relaunch it again and see something. So you can see that the workbook is disappeared, and then the form is now showing. We can search our records. We can do everything without having to even see the workbook. We can reset the form. We can enter new data. So let's enter new data. Baba Jamal. Gender is male. Date of birth is chosen. And the ID is generated. Staff ID is generated. Registered number is entered. Email baba34@gmail.com, and then the phone number. Enter that here, and then the photo. We grab that photo from here. Training materials, database, passport pictures, and then we can use that for him. And then we can save our data. Okay, staff ID already exists, so we click on OK. So you can see that generate another one. Save. Already exists, generate another one, save, and you can see that now it's now saved. Once we search for him, we can return him. So you can work with the data entry on your screen like this without you even having to see your workbook. If you wish you would want to see how the data looks like, then you can show your workbook from here and view it like this. And once you are okay, then you can do this, show the form again and hide your workbook. Perfectly executed. So you can see that creation of user form is just something very simple. So you can go through the codes and then leave there. Give me comments. Let me know your thoughts about this particular user form and then its functionalities and what you want added. I have a lot of things that we can add to user forms like this to make them powerful to take any form of data that you want to take. So this brings us to the end of this amazing sessions. Please consider subscribing to the channel. I repeat, subscribe and press the bell icon. Please consider sharing our videos to other platforms. We want to get more subscribers. That is what motivates us to create more content for you. I'll be leaving the files and everything, the icons, the images that I use in this program in the link in the video description below. You can grab all of them and use them for the practice. Thank you so much. Till our next lessons. Thank you so much and bye.